In the recent visit of the President of the France, Emmanuel Macron, during his India visit in the AI Impact Summit, and on the sidelines of that, there was the bilateral discussions between the Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji and the Emmanuel Macron. There has been the upgradation of the strategic partnership, and apart from that, there are a lot of new dimensions that were incorporated. We are going to discuss the dimensions of the special global strategic partnership, and apart from that, what are the new areas and probable areas where the UPSC can also ask the question regarding this. When India got independence, and this is the same year when France recognized India, in order to technologically improve that particular region, France is also supporting the India's economic interest as well. France is even supporting the India's construct of Indo-Pacific, India's worldview on the Indo-Pacific region. So that also gives an idea regarding how India and France are collaborating in different domains. Hello everyone, I'm Vishal Salsekar, and today we are going to cover a very important article from the perspective of international relations, which is regarding recent upgrade of relations between India and France from the strategic partnership to the special global strategic partnership. Now there has been certain change with respect to the nomenclature, but when you go and evaluate the entire policy changes between India and France, there is a lot of change and even inclusion of the global dimension to the strategic partnership that itself expands the role of the strategic partnership between India and France. Now, in the recent visit of the President of the France, Emmanuel Macron, during his India visit in the AI Impact Summit, and on the sidelines of that, there was the bilateral discussions between the Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji and the Emmanuel Macron, who is the President of France. There has been the upgradation of the strategic partnership, and apart from that, there are a lot of new dimensions that were incorporated. Whether you talk about the defense, whether you talk about the energy and environment, whether you talk about the nuclear dimension to it, or maybe any other thing like the Indo-Pacific, this particular relationship is very important. And France is one such partner you will also able to see through the discussion that we are going to do now, that has not penalized India in the wake of the nuclear tests that were conducted by India in 1998. So the relation between India and France goes like this, which is one such Western country which sees India as the equal partner. Since the time period we were not that much economically prudent country, and that's why when the relationship is getting boosted between India and France, it is very important to analyze this particular type of partnership, right? So in this entire video we are going to discuss the dimensions of the special global strategic partnership, and apart from that, what are the new areas and probable areas where the UPSC can also ask the question regarding this. We are going to analyze this comprehensively. Now, first let's see the geography of France. Now, the geography of France is very important, because if you see that on this side of France, on the western side, it is the Atlantic Ocean, there is Bay of Biscay, and apart from that, on the southern side of France, you are able to see there is Mediterranean Sea. So the proximity of France with both the regions, including the Atlantic and the Mediterranean, makes it very important strategically, which is having both the access to the oceans and the seas. Apart from that, it is a part of the continental Europe. So that's why France also played a very important role with respect to the policy making of the continental Europe. And also when we have recently talked about the FTA between the European Union and India, in that situation also the France was one such country which played a very important role in this particular regard. Now, having an idea regarding the geography of France will be able to ensure that what type of relations, what type of connectivity related aspects that we can have with France, because India is situated towards the eastern side. From here, if you see, there is the Mediterranean Sea, and through Mediterranean Sea there is the connectivity through the Suez Canal, and through Suez Canal it is the Red Sea, and through Red Sea it is the Arabian Sea, which is connected through the Strait of Bab al-Mandeb, and from there it is India that can be accessed. So there is the important trade routes, important sea routes, which are very important from the perspective of analyzing the relation between India and France. Now, talking about what exactly is the importance of France from the perspective of India, so that have to be analyzed from multiple perspectives. When we talk about the relation between India and France, so 1947 was the year when India got independence, and this is the same year when France recognized India and France had made the diplomatic relations with India. So that's why in Horizon 2047, we are talking about the 100 years of the partnership between India and France that is going to be celebrated. Now, talking about further developments from 1947, because during that particular point of time the world was divided into two blocks. One block was getting represented by the United States in the Cold War, other block was getting support from the side of the USSR. So major anchors were US and USSR, and in that situation initially the France was towards the US bloc, but then in 1960s France realized that the strategic autonomy is a very important principle, and that's why France came out from the NATO's defense alliance and then came as a separate entity in Europe. And that's where France realized the importance of strategic autonomy. Eventually, France was also supporter of the India's effort. That's why in 1998, India and France became the strategic partner. This is for the first time a European country went in the strategic partnership with India. For the France, it is first non-European countries with which it is having the strategic partnership. And for India, it is the first country with which India is doing the strategic partnership. That's where the relation got boosted. And don't forget that 1998 was the year where the nuclear test was being conducted. When the entire world was penalizing India, entire world was putting sanctions on India, it was the France, which is one such country which supported India, which had not posed any type of basically we can say the sanctions or any type of restrictions on India, including the economic restrictions. Talking about the strategic alignment, so both the countries are aligned strategically also. Reason being, as I have already discussed, that France is one such country which came out of the nuclear umbrella or the US related umbrella. Nuclear already France is possessing, but the US umbrella or the NATO security umbrella. Simultaneously, India was also functioning through the non-aligned movement. So neither France was a member of bloc after 1960s, nor India was a member of any bloc, and that's why they could have performed their own security related aspects, the strategic autonomy related aspects in their own independent manner. And that's where the importance of the relation got very, very much in prominence during that time period. After that, talking about the supporting the India's interest, now see, India over a period of time grew economically, grew population wise, grew politically also, and in order to impose the India's cultural values on the world through the soft power projection, India's value have got increased. Now, when we talk about the supporting India's interest, because this rise of the India's stature and the role at the global level also talks about the reforms at the different institutions. Whether you talk about the IMF, whether you talk about World Bank, whether you talk about the United Nations Security Council or any other platform, generally there has been a Western perceived bias in those particular institutions. Now, what India is aspiring for, India is trying to get a rightful place in the global order. And in this situation, what India is striving for the reforms in these major institutions like the Bretton Woods institutions, along with that United Nations Security Council. And here, France was one such prominent country which for the first time understood the concern of India and supported the concerns of India with respect to the interest of India. So this is also very, very important, also including the economic aspects, because India is a diverse country, large amount of population. In order to sustain them, in order to technologically improve that particular region, France is also supporting the India's economic interest as well. Talking about the Indo-Pacific, another area where the India and France are converging, because see, France is not a country which is a non-resident power in this particular region. Mind it, like France is a resident power. France is possessing the Indian Ocean territories, France is possessing the Pacific Ocean territories, and then there is resident population also of France, more than 1 million, and that's why France and India are collaborating even on the Indo-Pacific. France is even supporting the India's construct of Indo-Pacific, India's worldview on the Indo-Pacific region. And also along with that, the blue economy, like the fisheries, like the maritime domain, including the minerals extraction from the ocean region, France is supporting India in general. And that's why 2019, once the Indo-Pacific Ocean Initiative IPOI was declared, in that also India and France are collaborating. Now last is the key defense partner, which already everyone knows that recently there has been a lot of deals that have been signed, but one such thing which is very, very important, that France is also one such country where India's major defense exports are also going. So India is taking a lot of equipment from France, including the things like, let's say, Rafale, including the Scorpion class submarines. But apart from that, you have to have an idea regarding that India is also supplying a lot of things, including the developed components. So many such times it is happening that there is joint production, joint development, or co-development. So India's production is also getting exported to these particular country. So top 3 defense export destination mein it is also France which is coming, and that's why though France is a major defense partner supplying us the highest grade equipments and also the platforms, but it is India also which is supporting France. So that's why these are very, very important pillars with respect to the India and France partnership. Now, talking about the strategic to the special global strategic partnership. Now, see, already the strategic partnership incorporated the diverse areas. It is including economy, it is including polity, it is including the geographical aspects, it is including the cultural cooperation. Now, talking about the 21st century, there has been incorporation of the science, innovation, a lot of other things which are part of this. And when we are coming recently, there is artificial intelligence, cyber physical system, cyber security. These are the new domain. So that's why understanding the present situation, present issues, 2023 mein we have adopted the Horizon 2047 ka roadmap. Now, why 2047 has been chosen? Because this will become the 100th year of the diplomatic partnership, and even the 100th year of independence, and even roughly 50 years of the strategic partnership. That's why this particular Horizon 2047 is going to celebrate and cherish the values and ideals of the India and the France strategic partnership. And there are certain targets which India has already kept for 2047, because there we are going to celebrate the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, and in that situation the France is a very important contributor, very important key partner. Right now, why it is global? Because see, it's not talking about only the mutual defense or the mutual supply of these particular things which we have discussed. It is talking about the governance. Now, governance in what domain? Even the most important, artificial intelligence. Talking about the nuclear domain, so the alternative energy generation, so the nuclear energy related collaboration. Now, talking about another important area which is the blue economy, so whether it is the maritime diversity, whether it is the food diversity, food resources, mineral extraction, all these things are very, very important. Even apart from that, the defense, so global security architecture, ensuring the rule based global order. So all these things are talking about, it's not only limited between India and the France. It is talking about a relationship which is spread across the domain, and it is talking about that there should be incorporation of the different dimension. That's why it has now transferred and it has now upgraded, we can say, from the strategic to the special global strategic partnership, which is including global as a major anchor driving the relationship between India and France. Now, talking about the aspects one by one, first important aspect is the defense sector. Now, with respect to defense generally, since the countries like India, which were previously dependent on many such platforms of the Western world, now what India is doing, India is developing the indigenous capabilities. But at the same point of time, whatever good is being developed in the other countries, we also should be having the joint development collaboration related experience. And then only we will be able to get the benefits of whatever we are developing and what type of technology we need. So that's why from the buyer seller to the co-producer doing the joint development, joint production of the defense related equipment. So in that case, whatever new has been done are including, like first is the 10-year renewal of the defense related cooperation. So for the 10 years, again, the defense related benefits of the co-production, co-development can be got by India. Apart from that, there are certain MOUs that are being signed. So there are platforms, there are organizations which are cooperating with each other. So there is BEL, Bharat Electronics Limited at the India's end. Along with that, there is Safran, which is a major company which is also for the electronics and also defense related equipments. They have signed a MOU for the Hammer missile manufacturing. So this is developing India's capability, because it is not like that we are taking it from any other country. We are doing the joint production, joint development. And this is to some extent also increasing the Atmanirbhar Bharat and the Make in India objective. Apart from that, indigenous content push in Rafale. So see, we have again signed the deal with respect to the Rafale related aspects, including the component related things, even including a lot of other things, including the joint development and procurement, right? So there is a need for the indigenous content, which was already being talked about, that if we are going to again have the relation like the buyer and seller, it is not increasing India's capabilities. That's why on the lines of becoming a major country as the major defense supplier, because India is also supplying to many other countries, and that's why the indigenous content push has been enhanced. So this content push is now roughly 50%. Talking about another deal between the HAL and Safran, which is regarding IMRH progress. It is for the multi-role helicopters. Apart from that, last is the Joint Advanced Technology Development Group. So defense is one such area which is progressing with a large amount of volume, magnitude, and speed. Now, one such example you can get from 2020 to 2024. Whatever France has exported with respect to the defense related equipment, 28%, roughly 28% came to India. That means now the France ka bhi major market is in India, and that's why France can also give a lot of favorable conditions and treaties terms which other countries might not be providing at the same point of time, the cutting edge technology. Other than this, the maritime dimension. So the blue economy we have already talked about. So one such area with respect to the defense in order to protect the blue economy. But then there is a need for the joint collaboration, joint development. And that's why what we are doing, we are collaborating with France through the military to military collaboration, through navy to navy collaboration, through armed forces and air force to air force collaboration. So there is the military exercise Varuna, which is the navy to navy exercise. There is Shakti, which is the armed forces to the armed forces exercise, like basically the land based forces. And then there is air force exercise, which is Garuda, right? So these are the areas where the defense related collaboration is there. Now these military exercise also helps in the joint development of the SOPs with respect to actual warfare related scenarios, right? Now another area which is equally important like the defense is the civil nuclear collaboration. Now India has taken a target of the 100 gigawatt energy generation from the nuclear resources by 2047. Now here the partnership that India is doing with France is very, very important, and roughly by 2047 we have to achieve if this much amount of the nuclear energy. So there has to be diversification and deployment of the small modular reactors, and the advanced modular reactor is very, very important. Now these are nothing but smaller in size and developed in a modular manner so that the component can be assembled at particular place and they can be like taken back. So it is comparatively easy to plug and play type ka system hai, right? So this small modular and the advanced modular reactors, they can be developed for the small wattage also. And that's why in 2025 once India and France had made a declaration, this small modular reactor and the advanced modular reactor is also one such feature which were part of that. Apart from that, Jaitapur nuclear power plant, which is going to become one of the largest nuclear power plant across the world. Yes, there has been certain delays that are being observed, but still it is on the lines of getting developed, and this is going to be reflection of the nuclear partnership between India and France. The location is Maharashtra, right? Next, talking about the climate and the global public goods. So see, we have talked about that the global thing that is mentioned in the special partnership or the special global strategic partnership. This global includes not only for these two countries but for the global good. So International Solar Alliance, which is providing the support to the least developed country and the small island country in order to utilize the available solar radiations in order to generate electricity. So now they are also going to be connected through the solar grids. Apart from that, the Coalition for the Disaster Resilient Infrastructure, which is in order to ensure that there should be the development of infrastructure which is disaster resilient. So in both of them, there has been the collaboration between India and France, and they are the co-founder in these particular organization. The objective is to ensure support to the smaller countries, smaller island countries, developing countries, and the least developed countries. Who is getting benefited? These particular countries. But actually who is collaborating? It is India and France. So that also gives an idea regarding how India and France are collaborating in different domains. Now next, talking about the trade, economy, and the innovation. So in this particular domain also, the relation is very, very important. As of now, the major pillar is defense and the defense related equipment. But yes, there may be the trade volume that can be further enhanced in order to get comparatively holistic package between India and France. Now, talking about what we are doing recently. So there has been India and EU free trade agreement that have been signed, right? Now that particular free trade agreement is going to boost the trade between India and France. So in that there are certain things which are being developed. So one such thing is the recently agreed protocol regarding the base erosion and profit shifting, which is going to be part of this particular treaty. And apart from that, MFN status. So as there are certain treaty related regulation which are going to function. So what they have asked, now they are removing the MFN status and they are going for BEPS standard. So base erosion and profit shifting means now the corporation get clarity and they cannot shift their profit to the smaller island countries jahan par there are loose tax regulations. Apart from that, MFN has been removed in order to ensure that there should not be any confusion situation. Apart from that, UPI rollout in France. So President Emmanuel Macron have highlighted immensely regarding last 10 years how the UPI had progressed. Now even the tea vendor or any other type of small vendor will accept the online payment, and this had happened because of the UPI related revolution. And this UPI is also functioning in France. So that is also being talked about, that how the digital revolution, digital public infrastructure of India has improved significantly over the years, right? So this has also been highlighted. Apart from that, CEO forum where different global corporations ke CEO are collaborating, they are sitting with each other, deciding the modalities, deciding the expansion of business, and deciding how the corporations can collaborate with each other in order to boost the innovation, boost the scale. Next is India-France Innovation Network. Again, in order to boost the innovation and the joint development, there is the innovation related framework. So India-France framework for the innovation. The Chamber of Commerce of both countries are collaborating, right? And lastly, the Station F collaboration. So basically, this is a major hub for startup in the France. So the startup related facilitation is being done by France through the Station F, where the major global corporations are coming and supporting the startup. So this is one of the largest global collaboration for the startup related development across the world. And here also India and France are collaborating. Now, next, talking about the artificial intelligence, digital and the space cooperation. 2025 में there was a summit in France, which is the Paris 2025 AI Action Summit. That was also being hosted jointly by France and India. Now the similar collaboration again is happening in India, AI Impact Summit of 2026. And there has been further development, and even the President of France was available over here. So that is the development over the Paris 2025 AI Action Summit. So there has been talks regarding the inclusive AI, talks regarding transparent, accountable, and also the AI for the benefit for the global good. So they are not talking about the exclusive AI, they are talking about the inclusive AI, the transparent one, the accountable one, right? So they have also agreed upon certain type of principles that AI should be having. Apart from that, apart from artificial intelligence, with respect to the digital ones, there is support on the digital public infrastructure, so like the UPI and other networks. And apart from that, the space, which is becoming a major center for collaboration and cooperation. Now, how the space sector is getting improved. So ISRO and the CNES, which is the space agency of the France, and ISRO, the space agency for India, they are doing the partnership. They are doing partnership for the technological sharing. They are doing partnership for the joint collaboration, joint project development, for the thermal imaging, for different type of resource extraction, the satellite development like Trishna, right? So a lot of things that are being done even in the space domain. Apart from that, Digital Sciences Center, which is from the Indian side, Department of Science and Technology, and their counterpart from the side of France. So these are the space, science and tech, apart from artificial intelligence related collaboration that is being done between India and France. And these are the global angle to the strategic partnership that was much needed, because the countries have to collaborate, because these two countries can become a major anchor between the global north and global south. Because global north, the France is one such country that is collaborating with the country which is the leader of the global south, which is India. And in that sense, India and France are collaborating in order to ensure a smooth transition from the global north to global south. Now, having discussed about majority of the dimensions that are related to the recent elevation of the strategic partnership, now what exactly is the geopolitical significance of India and France? Now, first thing is supporting the multipolar world order. Now, both the countries do not have the ambition in order to ensure the unipolar or their dominated world. India is getting driven by the theory of the Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, which consider that the entire world is one single family, and then we are also believer of the Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, means the welfare for all. And similarly, France is also supporting in this particular regard, and that's why both the countries are supporting the multipolar world order. They do not want any type of world which is dominated by any one or two power, and that's why these are also not considering or they are discarding the concept of G2, which is only two major power like US and China. So they are rejecting that. Apart from that, having a better relation with France, having the good strategic partnership with France is equivalent to having a major partner without a alliance or the formal alliance system. So basically it is helping to balance China, but without even forming the alliance, because France ki overseas territory is, France is having the island territories even in the Indian Ocean region and Pacific. So through that, India can also jointly access the France ke basis. France can utilize Indian bases in order to do the better capacity building. Promoting the strategic autonomy. Now, this is also a very important thing, because see, if there is going to be any type of alliance tomorrow, so these are the countries which are going to uphold the global order. If suppose karo tomorrow there is going to be a construct of G2, now India, France, along with that, they can bring other countries. They can bring the regions like the European Union. They can bring the regions like African Unions. They can bring the regions like the South America together along with ASEAN and other countries in order to ensure a multipolar global order. And this is going to ensure the strategic autonomy. Next important thing is the supporting the UNSC reform. So this is a long pending reform, because the status was granted in 1945 after the World War II, 5 permanent member, and still there are 5 permanent member. But are these members that represent the present global order? The answer is clearly no. Even France consider that the India is a legitimate holder of the UNSC office, and that's why they should be getting the status of the United Nations Security Council, and France supports the India's candidature. And that's how it is very, very important in order to incorporate the reforms. And right now you might have already heard of the United Nations @80, where there are the discussions regarding the reforms of the entire UN architecture. And that's why the UNSC reforms are very, very important in that particular regard. Lastly, the strengthening of the Indo-Pacific stability. Now, since France is a resident power in the Indo-Pacific region, India is also a dominant player in the Indo-Pacific region. So strengthening the stability can be only possible when both the countries are going to collaborate with each other. And through different type of arrangements, India and France are collaborating, ensuring the rule-based order, ensuring the openness, ensuring the security in the Indo-Pacific region, to be preventing domination by any one player in that particular region. Now, lastly, talking about the challenges which are pertaining between India and France, though majority of the issues have already been resolved, but now there are certain challenges with respect to the implementation gap. So one such issue is regarding the trade diversification. Presently, the trade roughly is equivalent to $15 billion and roughly equal from both the sides. But then from the side of France, it is mainly defense related things. Now, if India is going to focus more on the defense indigenization, India can reduce that type of defense related procurements. And through that, India can also ensure a comparatively better availability of certain other things other than the defense related equipments. So trade diversification is also one such thing which is needed. Next is the delays in the Jaitapur. So there are certain complex regulation, complex type of approval process, bureaucratic hurdles are there. Means the process are getting delayed, and that's why even the targets are getting struggled because of this. So delays in the Jaitapur is directly going to impact achieving our target of the 100 gigawatt nuclear energy, and that's why it is very, very important in order to ensure the development of the Jaitapur nuclear power plant at the earliest, because this is going to be one of the biggest nuclear power plant. Talking about the EU related regulatory complexity, now similar issues at the EU's end also, because now in the EU, whether you talk about the carbon border adjustment mechanism, whether you talk about other type of regulations or the non-tariff barrier that are being imposed on India. But now, since we have the free trade agreement, and that's why there is going to be comparatively better collaboration between these two regions. Lastly, the defense cost sensitivities. So over a period of time, once the prolonged negotiations are there, cost also gets increased. Now, once we are spending more on the defense procurement, the human related aspects are getting suffered, the developmental aspects are getting suffered, and that's why the defense cost sensitivities also pokes us many a time. That's why we have to reduce the cost, and that will be done through the joint development and mainly through the Make in India related ambitions, right? So since India and France are the major powers with respect to the developed world and the developing world, and since we are having the ambition of a world which is not dominated by a single power, that's why these two countries are perfectly available in order to collaborate and bridge the gap that is pertaining between the developed and developing countries. And when we are talking about the Horizon 2047, where we have to ensure the inclusive AI, where we have to ensure the secure global cyberspace, where we have to ensure the better collaboration in the defense domain, or whether we have to talk about the health and education, India and France are very well placed in order to collaborate and in order to give the world a way ahead in this particular regard, right? So with this, we are concluding this particular discussion on the India and France and recent upgrade of the strategic partnership. I hope whatever we have discussed, and see, it's not like that only from UPSC perspective, but from the general purposes also, this is very, very important. So we will meet again in another set of discussion regarding one of the interesting topic of that particular week. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.